Here at the New Zealand Bloodstock Karaka Yearling Sales with a man who's celebrating success after last night at the Karaka Millions. Chris Waller, great to have you with us. First of all, let's touch on last night and a great win for Konasana. What did you think of the performance?
It was a great performance. She did it the old Kiwi way of getting back and finishing off and winning the last bound of the race. And yeah, it was a privilege to bring a horse back from Australia to my homeland, New Zealand, after being away for some 20 years, they tell me, since my last winter in New Zealand. But I was touched by it, as was my team. And yeah, it honestly was a privilege to be back. And I think things in New Zealand are going great. They've been in the doldrums or having a tough time, but I think there's good governance. Racing's, of course, going ahead in leaps and bounds. There's some good investment and some good ideas happening. So that's refreshing. I'm proud of New Zealand and I want to see New Zealand succeed, and it's heading that way. So just to bring a horse across, it was good to be able to have a little piece of it as well.
Obviously you're here buying yearlings to race right across the world, in New Zealand and Australia. And this year you've got, I suppose, an added incentive with this new idea in the NZB Kiwi. Tell us, what do you think of the concept and what does it do for New Zealand racing and breeding?
Well, what the concept of the Kiwi does is it brings a new generation to the races. We've seen it firsthand in Australia with the Everest. They've done it in America with a race called the Pegasus. But the Everest has just been a game changer in Sydney. On a day where they used to get 1,000 people to the races, on the same day as the Caulfield Cup, they're now selling out the stadium. 50,000 people. The club's demanding high prices for what they perceive to be in demand. But most importantly, the general public can be involved as well, have a great time. People get there, they have fun. What the Kiwi will do, it'll bring people together. It's well named, it's the Kiwi. It's a slot race, so people own the slots. Therefore you get twice as much involvement. It's really hard to get a good racehorse. They don't come around that easy. But owning a slot gives you a chance to run in that race every year. So that creates interest, it creates certainty. I've got a slot in the Kiwi. I'm going to be there regardless of the horse. They then trade with the owners of the horses, and in this day and age that's great too, because small people also can own horses. You don't have to be a king or a queen or a wealthy person. Everyday people can race horses now with syndication. So it's just bringing so many people together, and it'll be a game changer. And I think maybe the derbies around the same time, if not the same day, so it's showcasing racing for the right reasons. I guess it's just at the start of the footy season. People in New Zealand and Australia, they want to be involved in sport, and racing is a big part of sport.
What does it do for the perception of the racing industry here over in Australia? Are you finding people are talking about this race?
They are, not just this race, it's creating other interests. Like there's the Oaks, for example, is worth $1 million. That's creating attention. You've got other big races, derbies, other Group 1 races that have gone up to $500,000. Whilst it's not all about money, it creates attention. People want to see the horses. They don't want to worry about trainers, jockeys. They want to know stars. So by having some big races, you're going to be able to retain talent. So racing for days like the Kiwi or the bigger prize money Oaks and derbies, it's a big thing.
Has it changed your approach to buying here at a sale like this one? Can you see yourself buying a horse here that could feature in the Kiwi one day?
Well, we all know New Zealand's probably the greatest place in the world to raise horses. We've got good breeding grounds, the Hunter Valley. There's other places in Australia as well, England, Ireland, Japan, America. But New Zealand really it punches well above its weight. We've got a smaller crop of horses, but what they do each year, come to Australia in particular and win our feature races, it's mind-blowing. So we need to be part of it. We need to know what's the secret of New Zealand's success, what's in the grass, what's in the climate that makes New Zealand horses so great.
Do you think you could see yourself buying a slot one day, or at least having a horse in the race?
Maybe. We'd love to be involved, that's for sure.
Good stuff. All right, well, thanks so much for your time. We very much appreciate it. Good luck with your buying here at the sales over the next week.
Thank you very much.